They spotted her the moment she walked through the school gates, jeans to clean, a backpack to new, and a nervous grip on its strap that screamed, "Fresh meat." Haley Bennett had just transferred to Millersville High School, halfway through the semester. She didn't know the hallways, the faces, or the unspoken rules carved into the social walls. But she'd hoped, naively, that high school might be a new beginning. A place to escape the shadows of her past. But the world wasn't built for quiet girls. Especially not ones like her. By lunchtime, she had already become a target. It started subtly dirty looks, stifled giggles, the way people shifted slightly away from her in line. She kept her head down, pretending not to notice. But silence has a scent to it, blood in the water. And some people were born to be sharks. Kara and her crew, the queen bees of Millersville High, sharp words, sharper nails. Kara had a laugh like shattered glass, beautiful and dangerous, and a talent for sniffing out weakness. With her were Nina, with her smug, constant smirk, and Jess, who just followed orders like a well-trained hound. By the third day, it wasn't whispers anymore, it was names. Farm girl, thrift store, you must be lost, preschool is next door. Haley ignored them. She always had. That was how she survived in her last school. Words were just noise if you didn't give them meaning. But then came Friday. The gym locker room reeked of sweat and cheap perfume. Haley was changing after PE, facing the gray metal lockers, when she felt a presence behind her. Before she could react, her locker slammed shut beside her. She flinched. Hey, Kara purred. You deaf or just rude? Haley said nothing. She reached to open her locker again. Jess snatched her shirt off the bench behind her. Look at this, my grandma wore this exact thing to bingo last week. Nina held up her jeans. No way, these are worse than Walmart. They laughed. Then came the real blow. Kara grabbed the waistband of Haley's gym shorts and yanked them halfway down before Haley twisted away, pulling them back up, heart thudding like a war drum. Her face flamed, her hands shaking. That's when Kara made her fatal mistake. She shoved Haley back against the lockers, hard enough for the noise to echo. Scoops, she said mockingly. Did you fall? For a second, the world stood still. And then Haley laughed. It wasn't a nervous laugh. Not that high-pitched sound people make when they want to disappear. This was low, cold, almost amused. Kara frowned. What's so funny? Haley looked her straight in the eye for the first time. You have no idea who you just messed with. They laughed again. Haley didn't. She just picked up her clothes slowly, put them on, and walked out without another word. Over the weekend, Kara received a strange package on her doorstep. No label, no note. Inside was a single picture. Her and her boyfriend cuddled up at the last party. Except someone had photoshopped a second Kara in the background, wide-eyed, with red letters scrawled above. Which one is the real Kara? She laughed at first. Weird prank. Probably some loser trying to be funny. But then Monday came. And her math teacher handed back her test with a big, red 0. You plagiarized, he said firmly. Word for word from an online answer sheet. What? No, it's already been submitted to the academic board. Panic bloomed behind her eyes. That test was 30% of her grade. In the hallway, whispers followed her. Somehow everyone knew that she was a cheater. That her boyfriend had dumped her, that she'd cried in the bathroom. All in a day. But the worst came during lunch. The entire cafeteria lights dimmed for a second, just long enough for the projector to flicker on connected to someone's laptop. Up flashed a slideshow. Kara in selfies she thought she'd deleted. Kara in her fake designer shoes, zoomed in with captions like Gucci, more like bootleg. The room exploded in laughter. Kara shot up, livid. Who did this? From the back of the room, Haley sat alone, sipping her juice. She met Kara's eyes, raised an eyebrow, and smiled. People started noticing Haley after that. They watched the queen bee stumble while the quiet girl walked through the halls like she owned the place. No more flinching, no more silence. Haley was a ghost from Kara's past and a storm in her present. And Kara. She tried to fight back. Asterisk she cornered Haley outside after school one day, snarling, "Think this is funny?" Asterisk very. Asterisk stop before someone gets hurt. Asterisk Haley leaned in, inches from Kara's furious face. Asterisk you already hurt me, she whispered. But the thing is, I learned from it. You only ever got your way. You never learned a thing. Asterisk Kara shoved her. Haley didn't move. Asterisk instead. She whispered something so quiet, so sharp, that Kara's expression crumpled into real fear. Asterisk do it again, and I'll make sure everyone knows your real secret. Asterisk Kara backed away. Asterisk the next week, Kara kept her head down. She didn't sit with her friends, she didn't look anyone in the eye. Asterisk Haley had dismantled her without laying a finger on her. Asterisk the truth came out slowly. Asterisk that Haley wasn't just a new girl. She'd moved because of bullying at her old school. She'd been tormented for years, locked in closets, humiliated in assemblies, had videos spread around. Asterisk she'd tried to take her own life the year before. Asterisk but she survived. Asterisk not just survived, she rebuilt herself. Learned coding, learned how to dig through data like a hacker. How to pull strings without being seen. She was still scarred, but she was smart now, prepared, sharp in all the ways Kara had never been. Asterisk people started seeing her differently. Asterisk not as a victim. Asterisk but as someone powerful. Asterisk one day, Jess walked up to her, hesitant. "I'm sorry for what we did. It was messed up." Asterisk Haley looked at her, long and hard. Asterisk why now? She asked. Asterisk because I know what it's like. Kara did stuff to me, too. I just didn't want her to turn on me. Asterisk Haley nodded once. You can't erase what happened, but you can start making it right. Asterisk Jess did. She apologized publicly, stopped following Kara, and others followed. Asterisk Haley didn't become popular overnight. She didn't want to. But she found her place among people who understood pain and who chose kindness instead of cruelty. Asterisk months later, Haley gave a speech at the school's anti-bullying assembly. Asterisk she didn't name Kara. She didn't have to. Asterisk she talked about what it feels like to be invisible. To be broken down until all you want is for it to stop hurting. But more importantly, she talked about revenge and how it only made her feel powerful for a moment. But what really changed everything? Choosing to heal. Asterisk revenge might feel good for a second, she said, voice steady, eyes shining. But it doesn't rebuild anything. It doesn't fill the hole they left in you. Only you can do that. Only love can. Forgiveness isn't weakness, it's the strongest thing you'll ever do. Asterisk people were silent. Asterisk then they stood up, one by one, clapping, crying. Asterisk even Kara, sitting at the back, hands in her lap, eyes glassy. Asterisk Haley walked out of that school that day not as the girl who was bullied, or even the girl who got revenge. Asterisk but the girl who found her voice and used it not to tear people down, but to lift others up. Asterisk because in the end, the best revenge isn't making them hurt like you did. Asterisk it's showing them you're not broken anymore. Asterisk you're powerful. Asterisk and you're free.